Right then. Okay, and Sarah. So, setup-wise, very, very good. Okay, as we said in the past, you were limited by how much power you could create, only because of the length of backswing you had. And then when you tried the ball further, you just swung it faster from that position. Now, yes, swinging the club with speed is good, but if your club's only going back, a bit further, that far, there's only so much power you can create. 100% speed down from there, okay, will give you 85 yards with a 6-iron, okay? If you try to go 100, you'll probably go somewhere like sort of 60 or 70 out to the right there, because you're trying to swing the hands faster, club face gets left behind a bit open. It's a kind of weak, cutty one out to the right, or just to miss it in general, okay? So, if we look at that's been kind of your top of your backswing there. This one on the right now, making sure that the club goes back, we're not going to move the lower half too quickly to start with, okay? So the club's going back nice to all your torso. Still there's no gap there between your knees. And then top of the back, so we keep going. Yeah, wow, yeah, exactly, yeah. Look how far that's gone back.
Yeah.
Again, I think seeing that's a bit like, really? Have I gone that far? But that's where you will go with the driver, okay? Now the one thing you've got to be careful of, okay, is this right ankle, okay? Yeah. You can see it's rolling a bit now. That's probably within the realms of okay. A couple with the driver, especially when you're really trying to crank it up there, you can see almost your right foot doing that. Now, again, it's been a bit of stress on the ankle we don't want to be put on there, obviously, okay? So as we're turning behind there, this knee and hip are kind of going backwards rather than that way. It just puts a bit of undue stress on that hip, not hip, sorry, the ankle, okay? But from that length backswing here now, when you've gone back there, okay, that would be kind of, I guess, your norm. I'm going to go a bit further. We can go back a bit further. Coming back to the golf ball now, lovely strike of that golf ball, and then a nice full twist through onto that left side, and we see that golf ball now flying nice and straight down the range. And I think, did I get the yards on the screen there? 109 yards, and it carried 98. That was the good thing. Okay, so yes, going 109 yards is nice, but I've seen people 109 yards on air hitting it like 60 yards on the ground, or in the air, and it runs 50 yards. You're going in the air. You got a good amount of backspin. Was a 6-iron, was it? Yeah.
It was a 6-iron. Yeah.
So 5,000 RPM with a 6-iron is very, very good. The tall standard generally is looking around about 1,000 for the club they've got. So a 6-iron would be 6,000, 7-iron 7, 8-iron, and so on. The fact you're 1,000 down is nowhere near a problem there. Okay, that's a good number. The ball's in the air. Side spin was fairly minimal for that length of swing as well. Okay, and the carry 98 yards over the 6-iron going 109. That's pitching on the second green comfortably, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. If it's into the wind, then different club. If it's downwind, it'd be 7-iron, maybe even 8-iron. Okay. You'd be playing to different yards, obviously, but your stock standard abilities at the moment now with a 6-iron is 100 yards in the air, or roughly say 95 to 100 yards in the air, okay, with a bit of roll after that. But you've got to just focus on that backswing being a bit more kind of under control with that right foot, but just going back further and having the confidence to make that full length backswing at the top. If you swing a golf club to here and swing it as hard as you could, about 30 yards. Yeah. If you try to get 60 yards, you'd miss the ball probably. And it's often the shot we see sometimes when people are sort of stuck behind a tree somewhere. They've got a limited backswing, and they only go back so far that this swing would only get the ball 10 yards, but the fairway's 25 yards away. They go to try to hit further, just duff it 3 yards in front of them. If the backswing length can only go back so far, you can only create that much power from that position. As you go back further, you can create more. Okay, obviously the contact will affect distance in some ways, but to make the distance that you want to get increase, your backswing has to go back further. But then from there, hit the ball as comfortably hard as you can. Yeah?
Yeah.
That kind of makes sense, then, yeah?
Yeah.
Surprised how good that's I've got to say. Now, again, I always say, I'm not trying to sort of blow smoke or whatever and stuff, but that backswing position there is very good. Yeah. Elbows nicely down there, left wrist and club are nicely in line with the forearm, okay? Good shoulder turn. Just that right foot's having a little bit of roll, that because it's just that unfamiliar kind of territory of how to get up there. And how that body's going to rotate. Basically, your hips are going to start doing this a little bit more, but that'll just come with a bit of practice and how you feel that. Just being aware of that right ankle. Yeah. If you start feeling a bit of a bit stiff in the ankle, or the next day's a bit tight or whatever, you may have started swinging a bit too much and rolling it that way. So other than that, though, swing-wise, I've got to say, so very impressive. I mean, 193 with the driver?
Yeah.
You'd take that, wouldn't you? So, okay, have a couple more then with that driver and see how it goes from there, okay?